Hi, I'm Barb George, the Nasco Family and Consumer Science Sales Director, and I'm happy to share with you today the very first affordable teenage pregnancy simulator. This is our new Love to Care pregnancy simulator, and it really takes the glamour out of caring for a baby. There's no lifelike doll to dress up and share with your friends. This is just a plain stuffed, faceless simulator that has a combination of plastic pellets to add weight and stuffing to add softness. There's an electronic box inside, and actually the student just pushes this little red heart, which is the only embellishment on the product. It's also very easy to care for and can be hand washed and with the water squeezed out in a towel, rinsed well, and just laid flat to dry. So having a baby and being a parent is a wonderful thing, and we're not saying that that's bad. The important thing that we want to teach to students is at what point in your life is this a good thing to do? How would having a baby now as a teenager affect your short-term goals and your long-term goals? How will it affect your education plans, your career plans, your friendships, and your finances? Caring for a baby can be very expensive. These are just a few of the questions that you'll address in your curriculum, and this hands-on tool will make that curriculum come to life as the students work with these babies. You can have them take the baby for 24 hours or for a 48-hour time span. Some teachers like to do it over the weekend. Some have the students carry the baby during the school day, in which case you want to share the whole program with the other teachers so that they're prepared in case the baby needs to have care and cries during their class. No matter what your philosophy in your school system, if you have an abstinence-only policy or if you're teaching teens about safe sex, this hands-on tool will bring that program to life. Let me spend just a little bit of time explaining to you how the Love to Care product works. As I said, there's an electronic voice box inside. It does have 3 AA batteries in it. Here's the voice box. I'm going to show you how to insert these batteries. And we do recommend fresh batteries every time you hand out the simulator. 3 AA's, they just go in with the positive sides on the right. And I like to use a little screwdriver that's been magnetized a little bit. You can either use a flat screwdriver or a Phillips, but it needs to be very small. So before you hand the simulator out to the student, you want to turn it on, and the on-off button is hidden underneath the Nasco logo. I wouldn't share this with the students. There's no reason why they need to be able to turn the mannequin on or off. But you turn it off by holding that on, the light will flash, and the baby will cry. The student quiets the baby by pushing this quiet button, which will be underneath the red heart. So they just push on the heart to quiet the baby. Now each tending time is 10 minutes. So the simulator cries once at the beginning of that tending time and then 10 minutes later. And that is all you need to do. When you insert it, you want to put the quiet button right underneath that red heart and close the Velcro up. There really isn't any reason the student will need to get at that heart. You can actually see the power button flash through the fabric on the mannequin. So the student will need to, you hit that quiet button every time the simulator cries, and you've already set it for the first tending time, and it will cry again 10 minutes later. So in the meantime, you want to explain to the student how to use the log so that they can record when they care for the baby. This is what you're going to use to be able to grade the student on the success of their program. We've included a log that you can photocopy and hand out to students, and we've given you a little sample in the manual so that you can show the students how to record it. The red markings on this log show what the student would record. They would put the hours across the top, and then every time they care for the baby, draw a line. We have another type that you may choose to use. This other log just records a simple time. They do the math, how many minutes between tending times, what were they doing when the mannequin cried, and how did it make them feel. Quite often when they care for the baby or the mannequin the first couple of times, they're excited about it. The baby cried. I was able to satisfy the baby. 3 or 4 times later at 2 o'clock in the morning when the baby cries, they say, I was sleeping, why won't this mannequin be quiet? I don't want to have to do this. It really brings to life the idea that being a parent is a 24-hour-a-day job. We also have included a parental consent letter that you can photocopy and send home with the parents, with the students, so that they can have their parent sign the form, help them understand your goals in assigning this project. It's always good to communicate with the family. The Love to Care product sells for under $50, and we do sell 10 packs that have a little bit of a savings with them. You can go to our website at enasco.com/FCS for additional information, or call one of our phone sales consultants at 1-800-558-9595.